You're listening to a Scrum Sports Quick Fix.
Tampa Bay Lightning have been on a little bit of a schneid since last week. They went on a 3-game losing streak. It got ugly. Brooks talked about one of the ugliest games he's seen them play this year last week. Brooks, they haven't been. How have they been this week since we last were on the air? They haven't been too bad, right?
Well, let's see. Since that game, they lost 1-0 to Boston when Jonas Gustafsson made about 75 saves in a 1-0 shutout. Okay, it wasn't quite that many, but it felt like that many. And then Philly came to town Friday and beat them 3-1 in a game that you could argue was not quite as bad as the one in Philly, but pretty close to it. The effort wasn't there. And then Sunday in Columbus, it was glorious.
Yes.
Bounce back, 4-0 shutout.
Yep.
Ben Bishop basically
You get a
tells the
shorthanded
fans,
goal. You get a shorthanded goal.
everybody gets a shorthanded goal.
I'm glad you guys brought up the special teams because, Brooks, you were doing some prep before the show, and why don't you enlighten the listeners on the Lightning's power play over the last month?
All right, well, how about on the season?
Time out. Now, mind you, I'm sick. Is this stat going to make me throw up?
It might.
Considering they're only one game out of first place, it might not be that bad.
It may or may not make you throw up, but get the trash can just in case. It's right behind you. There you go. Grab that bucket. All right. The Lightning's power play has not scored a goal since February 28th in Boston. Since then, 0 for 17, and on the season is even more disturbing. They have the 5th worst power play in the NHL. They're 26th right now at 16.4%. Take a guess at the 4 teams that are lower than them.
Toronto.
That's 1.
Edmonton?
That's 2.
Buffalo?
No.
St. Louis?
Nope.
No.
I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Florida?
Florida's actually 1 spot ahead of them.
Oh, I was close. Okay, so I'm in the neighborhood.
One more guess.
New Jersey.
No. The 4 worst teams, Edmonton is 27th, Calgary is 28th, Winnipeg is 29th, and Toronto's dead last. And not by coincidence, those are the 4 worst teams in the NHL in terms of record this year.
Yet the Lightning are a point out of first place.
Yeah, with the 5th worst power play. Go figure.
That's, and you compare that to...
Wait, hold on.
What?
Now think of those 4 teams.
Okay.
Think.
That was a late sound effect. It would have been
They
better.
are all Canadian teams.
Not a single Canadian team is in a playoff spot. And I guarantee you not a single Canadian team will be in the playoffs because... Oh, was that
How
Batman?
was that? I think that was Batman.
That was Batman.
You might as well just play the whole song. Just do it. Get out of your system. You know you want to.
What?
Play the Batman song.
No, that was just the
sound effect? Oh,
The little...
I was expecting the theme song to come up after that.
Yeah. So...
But no, I just find it funny that the 4 teams lower than the Lightning are all Canadian teams.
Has it ever happened before that no Canadian teams have been in the postseason?
It's been a while.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what
It's
else
been
has
a
been a
long
while?
time.
You know what else has been a while? Detroit is teetering.
And they've made it, what, 20 years in a row? Or
24?
40 years in a row?
1990 was the last time the Red Wings missed the playoffs.
That's insanity.
26 years.
I mean, you put
25
that,
years.
Put that into perspective in sports in general.
I was 7.
There's not... I don't know that there's I mean, look at all the runs the Yankees and the Red Sox had in baseball. The Patriots in the NFL right now. The Packers in their heyday. I mean, there were some really good teams in the major sports. The Chicago Bulls during the Jordan era. I mean, this is... But even mentioning all those teams, I don't know that anybody's come close to a quarter of a freaking millennium. I mean, what is it?
It's not the longest streak in the NHL though, ever.
Hey.
What's the longest streak?
I believe St. Louis owns the longest one at 28, 29.
That's ridiculous.
From the pages of the scrumsports.com, it's the Scrum Sports Radio Show on TuneIn Radio, iTunes Radio, and RadioInfluence.com.